common denominator.
And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Let's talk about something important. Put that coffee down.
I'm not here to waste your time.
Everyone has access to the information. We just know how to analyze it better.
Where else you gonna have this much fun?
You the man. You the man.
Todd Father.
Show me the money.
What I've been doing, had to triple my bag. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Yeah. Had to triple my bag.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Well, it's no trick to make a lot of money. All you want is to make a lot of money.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another live episode of Learn Crypto. It is Monday, the December 17th, I believe. My name is Nick Hellman.
I'm Todd Butterfield.
Another show. Hopefully you guys had a good weekend. We are coming up on Christmas soon.
Green candles.
All of our Patreons did have an early Christmas. For them, we had a Patreon-only live show last Thursday, and we decided to give them a Christmas present and give them all $10 worth of cryptocurrency for some paying for the entire month of December's Patreon. So shout out to each and every one of you. Hopefully you enjoyed the live show, and you'll be getting your crypto gift soon. Today we're going to be talking about a few things. Is there still intrinsic value of cryptocurrencies? Trump has appointed somebody into the government that is apparently Bitcoin and crypto friendly. Does that make a difference? Is this just another bullet point on bullish events starting in 2019? And who is it? And then, is ZRX dead? I see a lot of misinformation, panic selling, a lot of things going on. And I think people just forget sometimes they need to read, do a little research, create a hypothesis, and then go from there. So we'll talk about that as well. What you got going on, Todd?
Not too much. Just watching some green candles play out. Seeing if we can extend these gains.
That's what it's all about. We are finally seeing a little bit of green in the market. Of course, we try to be the one-stop shop for cryptocurrency, technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and crypto news. So let's smash up the like, share, and subscribe button. Once we get to 6,000 subscribers, we will be giving away a Wyckoff and cryptocurrency trading course. Now, on December 13th and 14th, YouTube had a little bit of fun, and they said they were going to go through and delete all bots and spam from people's subscriber count. So some channels lost 100, 200, 1,000 subscribers. Here at Learn Crypto, we did lose 50. Not near as bad as some others, but it is 50. That pushes us back. We were up to around, I think, 5,970 subs.
Yeah, something like that.
Getting real close to that 6K mark. And, of course, YouTube came in and deleted 50 bots that were on our account. But nonetheless, we picked some back up. So we need your help to make sure to hit that like, share, and subscribe. Share this channel, and let's see if we can turn this cryptocurrency market around.
What up to Woody Lawn Care?
Shout out to Wallog, Nelson, Chris K9, Clifford Chapman. You guys are all over here. Lamy J, Woody Lawn Care is in here. Shout out to you as well. Here we go. Not a lot of people chatting today. Not a lot of people in here just yet. We had some issues when we originally went live. It went live, but it was unlisted, so only Patreon members could get on. It was weird. So we'll see what happens here. So here we go. CoinMarketCap is up to $114 billion. I think there was some article Todd was referencing saying the stock market was crashing today, yet cryptocurrencies brought $9 billion in market capitalization in the past 24 hours or something like that. Bitcoin dominance, though, is still above 54% at 54.1%. We are seeing a 9% gainer for Bitcoin up to 35.65. If you follow us closely or you're on Patreon, you know that we're at a price target of $3,000 to $3,200 Bitcoin. We got as low as $3,124 before we made this massive rally we're seeing right now. Now, Todd's going to go over the details of what price levels need to hold if we're going to see a lower low, etc. But I'm just here to talk about some of the big gainers. XRP getting 3 cents in price action, up 17%. Ethereum up 12%. EOS up 26%. This is one that we were buying on the major red candles, and you can sell here for some profit if you like, or try to ride it a little higher. I'm really targeting around the 8,000 Satoshi level for EOS to take some profits off the table. The green really continues on. You're seeing a little bit of red, and that is just in the stable coins, which is good to see. That means people are selling their stable coins and moving into their favorite crypto assets. Biggest winners for the day is Arbitrage, Moac, Revane. Don't know much about any of those.
Ontology.
EOS. Ontology is one we've talked about for passive income. Qdom, if you guys are part of the Patreon, our live show, these are some of the passive income coins that we were targeting. VeChain was on the list as well. So those are looking okay. We do see some other familiar faces making some strong gains. Digibyte. Over in the UK, there is apparently something called Digibyte Bus. This thing is a full bus, and they have a full LED screen and is cruising around town with Digibyte slides. So an interesting marketing play. I think it's just a public bus for people to use, and Digibyte is being shown all over that country. So we'll see what happens with that. Let's throw it over to Todd for some charts, and we'll see what's going on in the chat box, go over a few news articles, and see if we can help you guys find success in this crazy crypto ecosystem.
I think the last time we had been on here, we had this triangle. So really looking for a move down to below 3,200. We had done what I thought was the first part of it. I think we was right around here at 33.15. And what ended up happening, I think, was we had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, kind of an ending diagonal, which gives us this wave forward. And then you can see shorts came in pretty heavy here, the red line, on the 1, 2. Everybody thinking this was just a bounce. So they shorted into that bounce, got caught here today. I'd mentioned 34.40 would probably turn the picture short-term bullish. So we went through that this morning and then extended those gains. So I'll show you in a minute the software, but I think for Elliott Wave, we've done a 1, 2, 3. Worst case, we've done an ABC. We come back here to start. Really, 3,400 should hold support now, right around there, 3,360. I tweeted earlier 3,300 would be discouraging to the bulls and probably say we're headed down to 3,000, 2,800. So for the bulls, we need this just to continue higher, hold 34.40 or so, maybe now, and get another wave higher.
Show me the money.
Hey guys, thanks for what you do.
So
would be great if you could provide some price targets.
They're going to cover some if we
for
get
the
another new high
S&P over the next 30 to 60 days.
35.90.
Thanks.
And then we had on the software, developers loaded up a new version a little bit ago, so the OP is working correctly. You can see it came down here just setting on the lows. Technometer was at oversold back here at the 3,200 print, 3,250 or so, and now we're at 44.65, which is neutral. So I would think that's telling you we still have some more upside that we can do here.
Hang on a second, because our sound is not hearing, so you did not hear this. So let me replay this donation and let it talk. Let's see if it works. So Anthony A. donated $5 via Streamlabs. He says, hey guys, thanks for what you do. Would be great if you could provide some price targets for the S&P over the next 30 to 60 days. Thanks. Do you want to take a look at the Wyckoff wave now or the S&P wave?
And we can fill up the S&P here. Let's go back here because over the weekend I wanted a little bit of a bounce today so I could get short because I'd covered some shorts this day. But we're definitely breaking down here. So I guess now I'm really just looking for, the technometer is oversold. But, this could be, we still could be in a B sideways before we come lower. But I think ultimately we're headed down, probably there could be weakness clear down to 220 or so. So I think we're going to work our way down there, whether it's now or whether it's after a bounce back to resistance. So I think we're still headed down. Just got to be careful. I wouldn't want to be shorting in the hole here with the technometer so oversold and the OP hitting new lows. But I think the S&P still got correction mode coming. They're still lower, and then I really think any move lower is a buy. So I think stocks could put it back together, interest rates quit rising, and maybe go back to new highs again, which, again, I think is bullish for cryptos. So I'd say lower S&P, but be a buyer at some point for still new highs possibly. I'm not in the camp that we're crashing.
Mr. Kobayashi says, bull trap, bull poop for the crypto market. BTC go to 1150 next week. I think that's a lot lower than our targets.
Yeah.
We kind of, once Bitcoin hit 4,300, we were looking for a red candles down to the 3,000 to 3,200 mark. It got down to 3,124. Now with this recent acceleration, breaking through the 3,400 levels. We're looking like we're bullish unless we get back down to 3,300. Then we're looking for new lower lows down to the 2,800 to 3K mark for Bitcoin. Regardless, I'd be accumulating down here. Some of the people know that I do have some fresh fiat on Coinbase. Of course, they got it into my account about 12 hours too late, so I didn't get on this rally. I'm still in the camp at the bottom. There's still going to be some more sideways. I'm hoping that we're going to continue lower. Really keeping an eye for that 3,300 level and to then redistribute that fresh fiat dollar cost average and reposition my portfolio from there. 1,150 Bitcoin. Not going to say it's impossible because nothing's impossible. Who knows? Maybe Craig Wright decides he just wants to sell everything or gets his private key stolen or something. But, I think that is very improbable just with all the FUD and everything that's been going on this year and the fact that this 31 is still the low for the year. You got to realize that's another 60% drop from the current price. And we'll see what happens.
That's what you want to hear. We got other YouTube channels saying there's no good news for 6 months. There's $5 Litecoin incoming. That's all the shit you want to hear at the lows. So I hope everybody says that. I'm going to go over the UUP real quick. This is one I've been talking about for quite a while here. I did give a sell Friday. You see down here, technometer came up to overbought. The purple line showed that new highs in the dollar did not bring any big buying out. And then with an overbought technometer, that was a pretty low risk sell. So I did sell, I think it's 26.05 on Friday. So I expect the dollar. I expect UUP, which is the long dollar ETF, to turn down sharply here and the dollar come down, which is going to help the cryptos. So then while we're here, let's go ahead and throw up Square because a lot of people talking about that, Taj and others. You can see here the software is called pretty well every move. The last one that we've had was a sell up here at the 80 level. I'm showing oversold here, which we're not reaching. We're getting close to it. We did have the lowest close in Square going clear back to May. So could get interesting here. Any more weakness, I'll probably have a 38, which would be a buy signal just based on the technometer. You don't want to just trade the technometer by itself. So you'd want to call this a test of this scare here. You could call this a selling climax. That would be a spring, and these would be tests. You'd want to see volume to stay low, but might give you an opportunity the next day or two.
Sweet. We got Hugh Hugfest in here. Shout out. Welcome to the channel. Says, should I sell my LTC? I bought at $30 because I logged in late. Are we going up before going down? So it looks like you saw the green bars. You bought some Litecoin at $30, and right now we're sitting around $29.50. Now, what do you think she should do, Todd? Personally, in that situation, if you're uncertain, but if we break down lower, I think we're going to go to a new lower low. Maybe I would tell her to put a stop somewhere around $28 on Litecoin and just see if it has more upward momentum. Or what do you think?
I mean, yeah, you could trail the stop here. I mean, I still like the way everything's acting. Litecoin has acted very well the last 2 days. So we had mentioned that in Discord that it was really outperforming. So, I think that one's one of the strong ones here and definitely cheaper. So
yeah, I don't know if I would just say, hey, sell it right now and take a 50-cent loss since you just bought it, because there might be some more upside to this if we can hold in here. So maybe just a trailing stop to where if it goes down to the 28 mark, you lose a couple bucks. But if we're heading down to that level, that means Bitcoin is probably getting closer to its weakness points, and we may break down way lower to where we see another $22, $20 Litecoin, and then you can repurchase there. Let's get into some of this news that we got going on over here. So nothing major really to talk about, but Trump's new chief of staff is pro-Bitcoin. For Bitcoin, having someone like Mulvaney, who is a high-profile official and an influential member of the Trump administration, is certainly positive for the long-term growth of cryptocurrencies. So essentially what is happening is Mitch Mulvaney will serve as the acting White House chief of staff starting next year, so in early January, probably January 1. For me, I think this just adds to the list of small micro events and bullish catalysts that are all being aggregated into the big macro picture of Q1 and Q2 of 2019 really starting the next bull run, or at least bullish sentiment in the cryptocurrency ecosystem. We're going to start seeing institutions starting to push it because their infrastructures are built. We're going to see mainstream media kind of have a different tone on Bitcoin and its utilization in cryptocurrencies moving forward as well. And I think this is just another step in the right direction. This guy has been on the record saying that he likes Bitcoin for the fact that no global government can step in and really control what's going on the network, since it is a decentralized global monetary system. Realistically, though, it can't have a short-term impact on the roadmap implemented by commissions such as the Securities and Exchange Commission and the Commodities and Futures Trading Commission. Really, is what this is saying is just because this guy is getting put into place for January 1, that his appointment is not going to affect the future of when a Bitcoin ETF will be approved or whether or not the backed exchange will be allowed to launch mid-January. With a pro-Bitcoin official in the United States government, this is a great step forward for the industry. It could even encourage other officials in the government to look at cryptocurrencies in a neutral way and look at the benefits that the decentralized financial systems can bring. Really, all this is saying is if you get more and more, this is not the first, it's like second or third kind of pro-Bitcoin, a pro-crypto official. If you get more and more of those people in there really educating those who think Bitcoin is just for drug dealers and terrorists, then maybe they'll actually do some research and understand why this could be needed, where it could be implemented, and what the benefits of blockchain technology are moving forward. And again, if these individuals put loose regulation, that helps this technology and ecosystem flourish like we saw in the end of 2017. What's going on in the chat box over here? Nothing too much. Nothing crazy, so I'm going to keep going on. So as you can see, this is our YouTube homepage. So this is what you guys usually see, all of our live streams up here. But we do have a lot of pre-recorded videos for you guys to check out. 2 that we did this weekend are in the interview section. Number 1, we had a crypto hangout session number 3 with Josiah Spackman, the Digibyte New Zealand ambassador. Talked a little bit about Digibyte, some other projects, and really just the crypto ecosystem as a whole. You guys should definitely check that out. It's more laid back. You know, we're wearing the t-shirts. We're kind of talking about some of the sheet coins. We're talking about the news and making fun of some people in there. So definitely watch it out if you want to see us in a more relaxed environment. And then also on Sunday I had an interview with Rob Viglione, the co-founder of Horizon and Friends with Charles Hoskinson, talking about the future of Horizon and Zen with the privacy ecosystem they are creating. Had some new information pertaining to their newest release, the newest product release called Sphere. And then we talked about some things they had going on as far as them changing their treasury model, how that affects people who mine Zen, how that affects people who have secure and super nodes for Zen as well. So definitely worth watching both those videos. Make sure to hit up the like button, share it if you think the content is helpful, and make sure to get those views going. I think what's interesting is sometimes our live shows have more views than some of our interviews and reviews, just because people don't even realize that we have them because they just catch us during the live shows and click on the notification. But these are 2 pretty good ones that I think you guys will enjoy.
And we do not delete videos. So if I'm bullish stocks and stocks break down, I don't go back and delete videos. A lot of channels are doing that. They're bullish on cryptos. So as we go down, they get bearish and they delete the bullish videos. So we don't do any of that crap.
Dustin Nelson said, "We are boring over here, Nick." Hey, at least you guys are here tuning in. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, throw it out there. Hugfest just said also subbed. Shout out to you, Hugfest. Check out all of our previous live shows. Check out our YouTube homepage with all those pre-recorded videos. You'll find some stuff you like, whether it's Charles Hoskinson and McAfee over there, or whether you like our interviews or reviews, whatever it may be. Check it out.
Hugfest, I'm going to give you a wrench. And Wog looks like he's drinking.
Wog, you're always drinking.
Our earpieces aren't working, so I can't hear anything. But all I know is one day...
I'm rich, bitch!
You don't even know what I'm pushing.
I have no idea what you're putting.
I'm rich, bitch.
That's funny. You got any charts to take a look at over there, or what you got going on?
What was I going to bring up? I forget now. No, I did square. Litecoin 2670 I wouldn't like to see overlapped, maybe. So I still like Litecoin here. I really think we're going to try to keep pushing higher. But it was interesting also on Litecoin that volume was hitting new lows as we started increasing here. So a lot of selling in Litecoin and continued higher. So I think that's a strong one. So we'll just have to see.
Chris K9's talking about the Patreon, saying we have a blast and a lot of fun over in the Discord. That's pretty true. Plus, who doesn't like some free Christmas presents? Clifford Chapman says, I don't drink, but my typing finger is always drunk. That's hilarious. We got a couple more articles to go over. So this happened a few days ago, but essentially there was a lot of misinformation going on about ZRX, saying that ZRX was being removed from its protocol and it's going to have no use case, and what does it mean for the holders, and there's panic selling. Well, not exactly. A ZRX project. So their ZRX has their protocol with a bunch of relayers and decentralized exchanges using that protocol and building on top of it, running their DEXs over the ZRX blockchain. One of the relayers decided they're going to go out and fork this code. A lot of cryptocurrencies are open source, meaning if you are or have the development power, you can fork that code, copy it, and then improve upon it or try to change it to fit what you were trying to do. He wants to take that fork, call it the Hydro protocol. Essentially, he strives to remove the fee-based utility token of ZRX as he feels it creates too much friction on the platforms, and he believes he is looking to solve the scaling and liquidity issues of decentralized exchanges. The funny thing is, like I said, he is a relayer. So if he forks it, runs his relayer on his own protocol, he can then probably create his own token, create a fee to where he receives all the transaction fees on that decentralized exchange. So will other relayers follow suit? Possibly. Does this mean that ZRX project is collapsing or ZRX is being removed from all relayers? No, that's not the case. Also, we've talked about ZRX before. I actually have a review on the homepage. Yes, ZRX is a utility fee token, but they are also building more value propositions, including a governance system in which ZRX holders actually will be voting on the next updates, next exchange, new team members, and the direction that the ZRX protocol takes. This is going to create decentralization for the platform and also give a value proposition to the ZRX token. As if you are a relayer, you probably will want to hodl some ZRX since you will want your opinion to matter, because whatever happens with the underlying protocol will directly affect your exchange and your business. There is some other value propositions coming through as well, but really I just wanted to let you guys know that no, you can get over here in Medium and read the article. This guy is the founder of one relayer and has nothing to do with the ZRX team and what's going on with the underlying ZRX protocol. So keep that in mind. Some people capitalized and bought some red bars. I was hoping for a little more of a capitulation. We talked about that in the Discord, so my orders are still sitting on the books, have not been filled to date, but I still have my original bag of ZRX and hodling through this bear market.
Classic stocks falling, Bitcoin pumping. I mean, I think there could have been a little bit of that today, with everyone panicking a little bit on stocks. I personally still think they're going to move together. So I still think stocks a little lower. I mean, Bitcoin could have already made their lows, so you won't see it maybe give up much more, or maybe we'll see that one more break. But I still think stocks and cryptos are going to move together with hopefully the Fed staying somewhat easy on the interest rates and just speculative juice is still flying around, which I think, and then I think we mentioned before, if people are comfortable with their stocks and they don't mind moving money to cryptos, if their stocks are falling apart, I think it's going to be hard for new money to run to cryptos. And I think we need that new money to get a real bull market going. So
Hugo V said, get Todd a bigger soundboard for Christmas.
We got a few more. We just haven't.
I think
know
we
a few
got
I'd
like
like to have.
I think we got like 15 sounds over there, and Todd only likes the 2 of them. He's in charge of the soundboard over there.
Right. Only the one I like is.
I've got balls of steel.
Actually, let me go back. I'm going to show XLM USD. The software was pretty good on the buy signal there. So we're still down here at oversold. And I think if you throw some Elliott wave on it, same as Bitcoin, you've had a 1-2 and working on a 3. This 10.5 should be good support if we come back down. I'd hate to see it overlap down here at 10, 10, 2 or so. If it overlaps there, same thing, we're going to new lows, I think. So, but I'm going to stay in the bullish camp here still. I think that 34.40 being taken out was still bullish, and that's going to be support now.
We'll see how that acts. So now you have the bullish insight, the bearish insight. We'll see where we're going. And a couple more things I want to talk about. First of all, I got to bring this up. Rapids RPD did complete their main net. So if you held Rapids on Crex 24, then you have the new Rapids RPD coin. staking and masternodes are live. So if you go to @RapidsRPD, you can go to the website, download either the Windows wallet, the Mac wallet, or the Linux wallet to get staking and masternoding. It is trading on Crex24.com right now. And it looks like while we were getting ready to go live, that the Rapids Block Explorer is also available to the public as well. Definitely an interesting project. Josiah Spackman from Digibyte kind of talked about it a little bit during the video as well. I would get over here and check it out and see what it's all about. During the bear market, I've been preaching this for a while. Now Palm Beach Confidential is trying to sell a best passive income cryptocurrencies for $1,500. We named some of those in the Patreon live show, and those are the ones that are seeing massive green today, probably because the Palm Beach released those. I've been preaching passive income for 8 months. You guys need to get on some masternodes, some staking, etc. in your portfolio to kind of get some rewards during this bear market, whether it's ONT, NEO, or PundyX, and you just hold those on Binance to earn a dividend, or whether it's Rapids to get staking and masternodes, Qdom, Linda Coin has masternodes as well. So I mean, there's definitely a bunch of options. Zen is my favorite with the super nodes and secure nodes, and it makes this bear market a lot easier. And who doesn't like waking up each and every day with a few more cryptocurrencies in their wallet? You are earning this reward. For those of you who do not know how this works, you are earning that reward because you are a node or a staking node on the underlying network. So in reward for that, since you are verifying transactions and providing security to that blockchain, you get rewarded in the native cryptocurrency, in this case RPD, or it could be Zen or whatever it may be. So that is actually the function of you serving as a node. Just like miners get the same reward for providing security with their hash power, you get the reward for providing a more decentralized node network from staking your coins or creating a master node on the network.
Not much going on the chat.
Slow day in the crypto ecosystem.
Johnny
a lot
Cool
of people
showed up late, I think, because he got no notification.
A lot of people are saying they didn't get the notification. That was probably the little bit of mess up where we went live, but it was unlisted, and then we had to restart to make it public. So only Patreons can see it. The notifications probably got messed up. But hey, we're here. Looks like we still have a decent amount of people watching, so don't be afraid to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Don't be afraid to chat it up. And, it is a Monday, so everybody's probably just groggy, seeing what's going on, or maybe logging into their Binance account for the first time in a couple weeks, seeing if they're actually going to try to put a trade in now that there's actually some volatility in these markets.
And not much going on. Not much to discuss on my end, I don't believe.
I got one more thing then, I guess. I'll just keep carrying all this weight. Todd
Carry
over
all the
here.
weight. I'm so
Todd
good.
over here doing his thing. The intrinsic value of crypto. What the bubble hasn't changed. I've always maintained the true intrinsic value of crypto is its ability to create decentralized networks that ultimately lead to new forms of businesses. The financial use case beyond that of blockchain technology is that of crypto as a new and standalone asset class in a multi-asset class portfolio, be it passive or active. We've talked about this before. There's been some individuals, I think it was in the Senate, that want to make it so crypto is its own standalone asset class for regulations and for taxation purposes. Right now, they're kind of listing them as commodities, which is still pretty favorable because that tax bracket is going to be lower versus that of equities. But we'll see what happens here moving forward. I think maybe it should kind of fit into its own asset class. And then I think institutions, again, are going to say, hey, to diversify against the stock market that's been a little rocky, you need to put 3 to 5% of your investable assets into cryptocurrencies, just like they do with gold and silver and precious metals. That is a large sum of money and a big inflow of cash that would flow into this asset class, even if that's the bare minimum of what institutions ask their clients to do. As we greet 2019, I look forward to 2 areas of advancement. The first is moving beyond retail to create a crypto ecosystem that empowers institutional investors to participate in the crypto and blockchain revolution. Let's not forget that crypto is the only asset class in history that didn't start from the institutional front. And as a retail-first phenomenon, we've been left with an ecosystem devoid of institutional infrastructure. That's coming. Backed exchanges first. That is supposed to come in January. We have ErisX in Q2. We have TD Ameritrade Fidelity coming in Q1 and Q2 2019. We got a crypto-friendly government official coming in January as well. The institutional infrastructure is almost being complete, and that's when all these FUD articles you're seeing, Somebody pays for those, and we all know who's paying for those. That stops. They start publishing positive ads and getting their clients to start participating on their fee-based platforms and getting them involved with cryptos. The second and perhaps more important area of advancement in 2019 is a broader adoption of decentralized networks at the protocol level. New opportunities are invitations to startups. The important thing to remember is that startups don't all succeed. Despite the setback of the ICO boom, as true innovation succeeds in garnering wider adoption, the true intrinsic value of crypto will be realized, and that moment will be a great one. Yes, some ICOs have failed to create profits. Yes, BitConnect went to zero and others, but you are starting to realize that in 2018, more wallets were created than ever. There is more users than ever. The third world countries need it. Venezuelans are now accepting Dash at KFCs, for example, and we're starting to see more and more people learn about crypto, know what crypto is, and start participating by being active users, investors, and speculators in this immature but growing crypto market.
Hugo says, shout out to Big Cheesy. Clifford Chapman, thank you for finding and choosing Sir Nick. Yeah, I was doing my fantasy crypto team, and I traded the big B's for the Nixtradamus. I think that was a good trade.
Probably a good one.
And then let me carry the ball here a little bit. There's the Waves 1 hour chart. I think WOG asked for. That's Nick has mentioned that a little bit. We still like that one. I think longer term here. Quick move from $1 to 260, but definitely big volume coming in there. So that would be one you'd want to buy on any weakness.
Yeah, go back to that chart real quick. That was one that we saw the rally. We actually kind of informed that we'd be taking some off the table. I think you should go back to that chart. I'm looking at the chart.
Sorry. Hey.
We were saying that we were calling to take some profits there. I think you put a support around just below $1.60. Obviously, we fell a little bit below that, but we have rallied off of that level to set new localized highs here. Like Todd said, I don't know, it looks like it's leading the charge, but if Bitcoin dumps, obviously this is going to trail as well, and this is probably one that on a pullback you should probably get in your portfolio, as apparently they have more and more things coming out for the rest of December leading into January as well. So at the very least, even if you don't know much about it, you can probably ride a couple more of these waves. Pun is definitely intended.
Right, they were going to work with us because they knew they had a lot of new stuff coming in here, so I just got a feeling they're just getting some traction. And we're not shilling them. We have no coins they've given us. We're not working with them yet, but might be happening in the future because it has been discussed. Then I want to go here, traditional investors shift to over-the-counter Bitcoin markets. We've kind of talked about that. The only thing I think is interesting down here, Max Kyden says, it's quite harder than usual to find a seller at current prices. So they're finding troubles, finding somebody that wants to sell size on Bitcoin down here, which I'm going to agree is happening. I think the coins are going to strong hands. And I think when we get the tide turned here and everybody knowing we're back to a bull market, I think you're just going to see not a lot offered on the upside. So we're going to rally pretty easy once we turn this ship around.
And that's what we talk about all the time with a finite supply resource and lack of liquidity. During this whole bear market, the believers and the strong hands have slowly or aggressively been accumulating, meaning that the decentralization of these wallets has once again shrunk, and the big wallets, the big boys, are taking up a lot of that cryptocurrency. We looked at Grayscale Investments, for example, a small institutional grade advisor for cryptocurrencies primarily, and they own 1% of the total Bitcoin to ever be in circulation. They own something like, 210,000 Bitcoin. So, that's over 1% of the total circulating supply and about 1% of the total supply of Bitcoin to ever be in existence. And they're just getting started. They're a small player. So what does this mean if a Goldman Sachs, a TD Ameritrade, a Fidelity, New York Stock Exchange, whoever, these big players who have a lot more assets under management need to start accumulating some Bitcoin? I think there's only one way to go, and that's probably up. At least until we get to more realistic price levels where individuals, strong hands, may be looking to take profits, maybe around 10K, maybe then around 20K around the highs once again. But until then, I think there's going to be a lack of liquidity, less sellers than buyers. And that's why even like this, you see out of nowhere, oh, there you go, rally, $500 rally out of the blue.
On no news, you mean? Right.
On nothing. No news, no nothing.
You don't want to wait till the news is good to be buying.
Yeah, because then you're already too late. And this goes back to the research that Thomas Lee from a prominent crypto hedge fund said that 9 days, the 9 most green days of Bitcoin make up more of the gains than the other 350 whatever days in the year. So 9 days, that's how aggressive that these things can move. And as long as you're in those 9 days, you're going to profit more on those 9 days than the entire rest of the year combined. So you got to keep that in mind. And that's really what we've been continuing to preach. That's why you just got to accumulate in dollar cost average. If you believe in the long term, I think these 3,000 levels are a blessing from Craig Wright and Roger Ver, as they were openly saying they were dumping BTC on the market in order to push their agenda for BCH and for Bitcoin SV. So I think this is kind of a blessing. Otherwise, I really think the 5,800 level would have been a way stronger support that may have held through the remainder of this bear market. What else we got going on over here? Some PJ Tibbet says Metamorph up 40%. METM is poised for a run-up. Shout out to you. Renal Trading says a little pump before a huge dump. Looks like he came in a little late. We are saying if the 3,300 level breaks, if we go back and test 3,300 and we fall below it, Bitcoin will go to new lows, first targeting the 28 to 3,000 level in Bitcoin with some buy orders. Steve Dirk says, you mean write a couple more of these tax losses? I'm not sure what you're referring to that. And then Hugfest says, any thought on VeChain? It's not 3 cents, used to be
$8.
Yeah, I don't know what's all going on there. But my fundamental opinion on VeChain is I think VeChain is on the list for good opportunities for passive income. If you just have your VET tokens on Binance, you actually earn monthly rewards automatically deposited in a different currency to your account. And I think VeChain, it does solve a real world problem with settlement solutions for trades with their RFID technology. Now, I think they're going to have other outside competition that we're starting to see from IBM and others. But if they can just find their niche and get their piece of that market sector, I think that they do have upside objectives with their token and with other utilities they are creating. And the fact that they are in that passive income sector is why I have a little bag of that stored over on Binance. I like seeing those free coins, free, quote unquote, each and every month.
We're going to quickly run a disclaimer.
There is a high degree of risk involved in trading cryptocurrencies. Our thoughts and ideas are for entertainment purposes only. Please consult your personal advisor or do your own research. Past results are not indicative of future returns.
And I'm going to go back. Somebody asked about Tesla. I think somebody was on here. I'm going to show this chart because I think Tesla's had unbelievable outperformance here recently with the markets falling apart, and you can see that we're moving sideways to higher. Technometer down here, it oversold. So I think if there's something you got to own, I think it's probably Tesla. A lot of news there with Musk, but this looks like accumulation here. So I'm going to say when the S&P decides to firm up, this thing is going to rocket through that 390 level and work higher. So that's one I'd be on for what it's worth.
Sweet. I just got a private message, and we'll kind of figure it out as we go, but we may not be doing a live show at 6:30 p.m. Central on Thursday. I might be doing an impromptu kind of discussion with some guys from Vertcoin, Digibyte, and others in a group setting for a video. So we'll see what happens. What we got? Hugfest says VET seems the fast way to get rich in crypto. Hey, we're here for the technology. Obviously, we're trying to fatten those bags, triple those bags in USD and in Bitcoin. But I think the get rich quick is you need to kind of get that out of your mind and really look at, all right, how do these projects solve real world problems and what are the value propositions behind them? Will they garnish utilization of the network, which will drive price appreciation moving forward? If there is a check mark for all those 3 or 4 questions I just asked, then those are probably cryptocurrencies you should add to your portfolio. And if they just happen to create a dividend or a passive income, well, even more favorable, because that's really the market sector I've been telling you guys to get in for the past 8-9 months, and really has been helping me mentally and others during the bear market as you're continuing to accumulate, even though the underlying USD price may be continuing to slide. BA says Elon Musk didn't inhale, did he? Watching the video, it does not appear that he inhaled. No, he did not. But I do know that he lost a couple $1 billion for that not inhaling shenanigan because I work in the traditional finance ecosystem and watched it disappear from the market cap just about as fast as that marijuana disappeared into Joe Rogan's lungs. BA said, my like button is destroyed. Well, there you go. Make sure to hit that like, share, and subscribe button.
Appreciate it.
We usually have some cryptocurrency to give out. We're not doing any giveaway today. You know, the market's a little tight, but we'll have some more for you. The Patreon members got their Christmas present, so everybody's doing all right. But this is not too much news, not too much TA to really do so far. But we kind of got the price levels that we need to hold for this market to continue higher, and you can kind of key off those for stops if you want. If you guys use stop losses, you can maybe key off these levels that Todd and I have been talking about to put some stop losses in, as we think if those levels break, we're going to see some new localized lows before this market starts to turn around to the upside.
And I personally, as I've done a lot, I'm trying not to trade short term because I just think we're making major lows here.
Yep. Really, we're in the position of dollar cost average and accumulate at these levels because when it wants to go, it's going to go. Obviously, we're here for the long term. We try to be live we've been live this entire year, guys. Entire downturn. We've been live doing our thing here, trying to make some good trades, trying to generate some good passive income. And, you know, we're all in if we got the BTFD up on the wall. That's brick up there. That was a pain in the butt to get up there. That's not coming down anytime soon.
Right.
Dustin Nelson said, the community has been accumulating your Zen. Hey, I'm accumulating some Zen too. I told you I had that fresh fiat. It came into Coinbase 12 hours too late, but I'm targeting another Zen supernode, so 500 Zen for a supernode, and you're getting something like 0.32 Zen per day each and every day at these current levels. I'm not looking to sell that for USD or Bitcoin. I'm looking to bag that up. I think if you know nothing about Zen, you need to come to our homepage. And I know we got a lot of new people in here late, so this is why I'm showing this. We had 2 recorded videos over the weekend. Come down here to interviews. We had one with the Digibot ambassador and then one with Rob Viglione, the co-founder of Horizon. A lot of good information. I think if you read in between the lines, you'll see why I'm so bullish on this private ecosystem they're creating and the rewards from secure nodes and super nodes. Because even though right now there are 0.3 Zen per day for a super node, they are working on sidechain solutions, decentralized applications in which you can choose to opt in to host those on your supernodes, therefore generating a portion of those fees as additional reward and payments. That's what I'm looking at for the long term there, where I'm going to actually be able to host different products and platforms and actually earn some of those transaction fees as extra incentive to keep them on the network.
Lammy J says bull market starts now. And if my ELA wave counts on here is right, I agree. We've had some good volume coming in here today. So, we could just keep working this thing higher. We need 5 waves up and then get a nice low volume pullback and let the Wyckoff technometer come down to oversold, and then we could be ready to go. So, and Radu Paris says EOS seems to want to recover. Will it still have a future? Didn't Palm Beach talk about EOS?
We were kind of speculating on that because they're trying to sell a $1,500 thing where they're pushing the best 10 passive income cryptos, and one of their hints was pretty much leading to the EOS ecosystem. They said Ethereum was great. The Ethereum of China and Neo is great. They didn't say Neo, but they said the Ethereum of China, which is Neo. But there is a new Ethereum in which is giving dividend opportunities, and Johnny M. Cool has been on top of that. Some of the other individuals in Patreon have as well. There's a lot of dividend and airdrop opportunities in the EOS ecosystem, and a lot of people are taking advantage of that and really accumulating a variety of different cryptocurrencies over there. In our Discord, we have a step-by-step guide how to get involved with that, and definitely that is going to be pushed by Palm Beach moving forward over the next couple months.
Shout out to Jay Stevens. Looks like he doubled his money on some call options.
There you go. Jay Stevens says, did you pick up any DGTX? I like that coin. I think it can pop over 10 cents soon. And then new highs once the futures exchange launches. There you go. And then Bitcoin Jetta says most retail investors ran out of investment money, buying dips months ago, paying double what they would pay today. Well, I mean, if they have a real job, then your dollar cost averaging, meaning you were taking maybe $100 out of your paycheck, $200, whatever it may be, dollar cost averaging, buying the dips and accumulating those bags. You can invest smart without breaking the bank. Just add it as another utility, or maybe you don't go out to dinner one more extra night, or you drink one less 30-pack for the month, and your paycheck can kind of spread a little longer. And just think of it as another 401k contribution. Maybe you put 5% of your paycheck into a 401k, and then you do an additional 1% into cryptocurrencies or whatever it may be.
Real quick, Cryptonomics thanking us the early Christmas gift of Wyckoff Secrets Revealed. You're funny, Cryptonomics. That was Matt pulling his thievery, talking about we copied bitblaster.io, which has no one on it, nothing going on, no one blasting tweets, wasted $40,000. So yeah, we had a site that Hugo's working on for traders of cryptos that at some point, we could launch. But yeah, Matt took what was a book that we sold at Wyckoff and gave a link to it for free. All those links have been taken down because
copyright
infringement by Matt Live, which we have a copy of that video. So
that he deleted.
he didn't delete it.
Just,
so
sometimes you can't even make this stuff up. Talking about people stealing stuff, and then he distributes copyrighted information that he signed an NDA for. If you guys don't know what an NDA is, look it up, for an employer, and then shared it. I mean, that's punishable by law.
Cryptonomics, you're an idiot, because how is a page going to look different? If anyone goes out today and does a crypto page, they're going to list the top coins. Duh. You're not going to list like the bottom 40. You're going to have probably a watch list, even though he didn't have that on Bitcoin. So you can put who you want to watch, who you want to get news from. We don't blast rockets. We don't play poker.
Here we go. Look who we got in here. Serjuan Alisic. That is Cirxa. So you want to really know the truth. Cirxa reached out to Matt with this great idea. Oh, and Matt disappeared and didn't get him involved and built BitBlaster, raised $30,000, took 200 Litecoin, and look what you got for it. Hopefully you guys didn't invest in that project. Use the website if you want to, but 40,000. If he's saying we replicated something he did and we did it for free and he raised 40 grand, that kind of tells you all you need to know. And I'm glad Serjon happened to be in here, because yes, Serjon actually got on a call with us telling us all the details that he told Matt. And man, that is really what BitBlaster looks like. So
Matt super chats himself. I haven't heard that one.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So we copied his page, Cryptonomics. That'd be like somebody goes live, them and a friend, and they got a picture of them on the left and their co-host on the right, and we say they stole it from us. I mean, you guys got to get real. I mean, that's crazy.
Now, if we have any more...
Why would you steal a site, bitblaster.io, that has nothing going on, that's a total waste? Everybody go over there and look at it. There's nothing there. There's a guy talking to himself. Matt's not even on there. Matt's building a Facebook for porn stars. That's what he's building now. He'll probably be wanting to raise money next week. So, my God, sit down, shut up.
Now, if we have any other people who have technical analysis, crypto questions, fundamental analysis questions, or news, who actually, have some money in the market and are looking to try to position their portfolio in a professional manner, feel free to put your comments in the comment section. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button, and don't mind the trolls. That's the very reason that you don't have a wrench, and that's the very reason why you probably got about $5 in Bitcoin right now.
We copied a tipping cup from Mitch Ray. Jesus. Cryptonomics, you need to sit down. You're showing your stupidity.
Yeah, you really are. Because if you were a streamer, you would understand that everybody uses Streamlabs.
Gamers have used that for how long?
Streamlabs just added a new feature called the tip jar. So obviously everybody is starting to use it because it is a brand new feature about a couple months ago when we started this. That's why you see it on more and more YouTube channels and Twitch streaming channels. Maybe if you did some content, you would understand that as a pretty normal feature.
And first of all, nothing's been taken down, and anything Matt posted was taken down because he stole it from me as an employee of Wyckoff SMI. But I want to go back to that because it's a Wyckoff Secrets Revealed. If anybody wanted to know how to do the OP force and technometer, you could build all that, but you got to feed it with an API. You got to have the software. It costs you probably, it costs you thousands to do that. So welcome to anybody that wants to do that, but you can't steal something from Wyckoff SMI and give it away for free on a zippy file. So Twitter took all that down. Everybody took all that down because he did that illegal. So Matt made me. Yeah, Matt was my employee. He makes flyers for dog breeders and rappers until I brought him in to the investment world, which was the biggest mistake I ever did. So Don't even start with me.
That's hilarious.
Todd didn't believe in cryptos before Matt. All right, Cryptonomics, I'm getting rid of you because you have no brains. So
some of these comments back, I can't even read these about
Right.
the people replying to Cryptonomics. That's hilarious.
hide user. See you, Cryptonomics.
The Super Heart says, hello from Dubai. Shout out to you. What time is it over there in Dubai right now?
Matt super chats himself. What was the Dubai?
Stevo says, is Coinbase still the place to do USD to crypto? I think you have several options for a fiat onboarding platform. The most trusted and largest would be Coinbase and Gemini currently. The problem, like I just stated, is in order to save on fees for cryptocurrency, I do a transfer in USD and then I become a market maker so I can get a 0% fee on Coinbase. The problem is that process takes 5 to 8 business days, and then you miss out on rallies like this. Everybody knows we had targets of 3,000 to 3,200. My money just came in, 6 hours ago after this rally happened. We got a low of 31.24. So at least 50% of my orders would have been at that level, and I've been riding this green wave with you guys, at least with this fresh fiat. But, you can get a 0% fee on Coinbase, but you're going to have to wait a few days for it. But I would recommend staying with Coinbase or Gemini, as those are the institutional grade platforms that have the highest level of trust currently.
I don't have much else unless we get some more trolls in here or a rocket with no fuel. Taj, you're funny.
Let's see. Somebody asked, is Tether ever going to regain? Is USDT ever going to recover to $1 peg? Bitfinex premium always throws me off. I don't know. I would have to look at all the underlying cryptocurrency exchanges. Right now, CoinMarketCap has Tether at $1.01. I think you're saying the Bitfinex premium, that means it's higher over there. But if anything is around 98 cents to $1.02, that is pegged in my opinion. And a lot of people are panic selling Tether at 80 cents.
Right.
And we were like,
Matt
don't do
did
that.
Matt lost 30% on that trade.
We were saying don't do that, and came back to around $1. Even if it's around 98 cents, 99 cents, I think that's a fine peg. Obviously, some of these there's tons of stable coins being created by each of these individual exchanges that have real money backing them. So Tether is going to lose maybe some of its ground here, but again, Tether still has $3.8 billion in volume, dwarfing any other stable coin in the market. And I think for now has no reason to disappear or no fundamental flaws that are going to create it to disappear or cause it to disappear. If you want to feel more safe and you use Coinbase, then use their USDC. It's as simple as that.
Digibyte's got that nice 3 waves off the low too, so let's hope these coins can just keep them moving to the upside.
Is this Digibyte?
Yeah. Same type of chart on a lot of these coins here. So
I think anything, I said this in the interview with Josiah yesterday, I really think anything below a penny on DGB, it's just one of those, if you have a few extra Satoshis laying around, add some to the bag. For $1, you can get over 100 DGB in the bag. Not too bad there. PG Tibbet says, are you guys bullish on decentralized exchanges? I think we'll have to see how regulation works and how new investors want to invest. If Binance, Coinbase, and these institutional platforms become so safe and secure that people only want to use those, maybe decentralized exchanges fade away, or there's only going to be a certain number of those that are really going to rule that sector. I think they could be built on the ZRX protocol. I know LuxCoin is trying to do a decentralized exchange that a lot of people are talking about and are staking those Lux tokens. So we'll see what happens. I think a lot of people in the bull run were really pumped for decentralized exchanges, as a lot of these crypto exchanges, centralized exchanges, were being hacked. But as the security levels have increased and as some of these have kind of got insurance and proved themselves, I think these decentralized exchange is going to be a niche market, and there's only going to be 1 or 2 surviving DEXs that really are worthwhile. I also know there's a DEX built on top of the Stellar blockchain that has little to no fees as well, and I think that one might have the name recognition to push that up to the front as well. Hilton Stone says, DGB punching the dev, full steam ahead at the moment. There you go. Maybe you watched the video I did, and maybe that's why you're saying that.
Here, I'm going to, who was it? Somebody, Hilton Stone, I know about Digibyte and see if it's a leading indicator of the past month. I mean, there's Digibyte and Bitcoin together. Bitcoin in the orange. So I'm not going to say a leading indicator. It looks like it's just mirroring it. And been a little weaker, so I don't think it would be a leading indicator. I'd have to look at that a little bit closer. Nick's got some fresh money, but he's kind of sitting here trying to decide whether to jump in now or buy a little more, buy one more dip. So
yeah, I'm going to keep my eye on that 3,300 level. If we see a bounce around the 33 or 3,400, I might just have to buy that there. And I'm really looking for that to give away and then go to our price target of 2,800 at 3K. But we'll see what happens.
I think if we're bullish and the lows are in, again, I just think 3,300 cannot give away, and I'd hate to see 3,375 give away. Somebody
asked what I thought, or Bitcoin Jedi says, Nick, what do you think about Cardano staking? I think that's still under the research and development phase right now. It's not live currently, and there is rumors floating around that there is going to be a minimum staking value of somewhere between 7,500 to 15,000 ADA. I don't think that is finalized either. I think I've heard 10K a few times, but we'll see what happens. Obviously, if it goes to the staking metric, I think I believe in Cardano. I believe in what IOHK and Charles Hoskinson are doing there. They're doing a very peer-reviewed approach, avoiding hype, and they're going to create a project that can be utilized in the real world, which is going to drive value of that cryptocurrency. And I think staking, once again, gets more passive income investors involved, which will drive some more volume over to that project and give you an opportunity to earn for being a large hodler of ADA. I'm sure the way IOHK works that they're then going to implement a governance system in which the stakers may have a vote on the future of the Cardano blockchain. So that is definitely something I'm keying off of, something I'm continuing to accumulate, because I do believe ADA and XLM will be added to Coinbase here shortly as well. So I think you might get an opportunity at a Coinbase listing pump, depending on the current market sentiment when that happens as well.
Peter Thiel-backed electronic brokerage firm Tagami launches. Interesting. Thiel's got that money, so.
And then I got Bitcoin Jedi said, Nick, did you see how IOHK is breaking off the ETC project? Not good news for us ETC holder. I've not read anything about that. I kind of doubt that that's the case. Last thing I saw, there was still a development team still working on it, and the fact that Charles Hoskinson and IOHK rewrote the entire ETC code base and put $1 million of his own dollars into it, I don't see him just being like, nope, not doing anything with ETC anymore. Also, the fact that I did that interview with him about a month or two ago, and he was still full steam ahead on supporting the growing Ethereum Classic ecosystem. But I'll have to look into that.
That boy Nick's got a little bit of knowledge.
What else we got? And then Jay Stevens said, did I miss the ZRX news? What was that story about? I'm not going to give the full spiel again, but if you want to rewind, you can get that. But essentially, one of the relayers on the ZRX blockchain said he is going to fork the code, removing ZRX as the fee token, removing it from the token. I think he's calling it the Hydro protocol. And a lot of people took that and thought he was like a team member, saying that the ZRX project was creating no more value proposition for ZRX, which is really misinformation and a misunderstanding. Will other decentralized exchanges try to follow suit and create their own protocol based off the ZRX code? Possibly. But I think the ZRX token is going to drive value as a fee structure. It's going to implement a governance structure, and they are working on some other value propositions for that token as well. So we'll see what happens moving forward. What else we got?
There's a straw poll again, because we had 61% people looking for 2,800 to be hit versus 4,000. So definitely people bearish here. So I thought that was interesting.
Did you have that poll up? That's what I was trying to.
Yeah, I got it there. But that was the last votes. Was like 71 votes, I believe. 28% or 61% said 2,800. So definitely leaning a little bit bearish. Not a big number bearish, but I'm anxious to see what everyone still thinks about that. So keep voting. Bitcoin 3,500, not much going on.
That's really about all we got. If you guys got no more comments, questions, concerns, we went through several news articles, some fundamental questions, and of course, some technical analysis. keep an eye on those levels we discussed. 3,300 and 3,400 are important for Bitcoin. What was it, the 26th level for Litecoin? And then go ahead and rewind the video to see some of our other price levels for various cryptocurrencies, in which if those levels break, we're looking for new localized lows on many of these charts. PJ Tibbet says ICX is sleeping giant. I think ICX is creating a lot of value proposition and creating a lot of partnerships for the future. I think that that had a lot of downward pressure from, a lot of people were hyping that and shilling that on YouTube at the highs, and a lot of people got burnt for it. Leaves a salty taste in some people's mouth, hence why you're not seeing as fast as a recovery for that project. It's going to take some time and, some prove it from the developers and that team to get that boat rolling once again.
Here's Polymath after having that pretty big rally up to 34, all the way down to 10. So not much to say there. Rallying somewhat off the lows here slowly, but it's got some work to do.
Ricardo says, Dogecoin, Dentacoin, Kin, your thoughts? I say, for fun, heck no, and yes, in that order for those cryptocurrencies. Dentacoin was actually one of the sheet coins Josiah had some fun with in that recorded video. If you want to hear our full opinion over in that video, give it a watch.
And that...
Taj says, Nick, what is the localized low in the crypto weather channel? I would say localized low within the time frame you're looking at. So localized low would be the low for this. If you pull up a one-day chart, what are you going to see? A week or a month there? So really a localized low there. Because if I say a low, that's not really an all-time low because Bitcoin was lower than 3,000 in its historical past. So that's what I'm kind of referring to.
And then I'm going to show this. A lot of time in the stock market over the years, if Bloomberg, Time, different magazines have articles about the stock market, normally they pick it 100% wrong. So I'm going to say with Bloomberg coming out and saying rhymes with Bitcoin, has crypto hit the fan.
And they have the poop brown background there, so I think you know what they're talking about.
I think if we're not at the low, we're damn close. So I would use that as a negative correlated article, and the worst is over in the cryptos. And that is all I got. 7:37. I am probably about out.
Looks like that's kind of answered all of our questions. We have Dustin over here saying, can he change his vote? Nope, too late for that.
And for Bitcoin, or for bitblaster.io, we got to do that. That dude. Stealing shit from me. Unbelievable.
That's hilarious.
I am sorry. Hugo will like that.
All right, guys. All right. Don't forget to smash that like, share, and subscribe button. We will probably be here at 6:30 p.m. Central Time tomorrow as usual. And give a watch to the 2 recorded videos we did over the weekend in the interview section. A lot of good information because I like to do when I do my interviews, no matter the founder of no matter what the project is. Obviously we talk about their project, but then I like to pick their brain on their perspective for the crypto market as a whole. That way you're getting more opinions from people who have been in bear markets and bull markets, have developed, have seen the front side, the back side, and you can really generate strong thesis and hypothesis based off of these really smart individuals. I did that with Charles Hoskinson, John McAfee, Rob Guglielmi, Josiah. All these guys came into crypto in different time periods and have different knowledge about the space that I think is important for all of us to really gather. Any last words, Todd?
Peace out. No words from me.
Keep an eye on those levels, and until next time, stay tuned for your daily updates on cryptocurrencies right here at Learn Crypto. For all the Patreons, we will see you in the Discord tonight, and hopefully see all the rest of you tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Central Time.
Peace out.
Peace.
I'm rich, bitch!
Oh, hey, stay positive, pal. Most people, when they lose, they whine and quit. But you gotta be there for the turns. Everybody's got good luck, everybody's got bad luck. Don't run when you lose.
Play hard, play clean. Be careful out there.
We'll see you all again. Sleep tight.